Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me for another royal news video. So some of you have been asking why didn't I share my holiday pictures back from Christmas, and why have I not been sharing as many photographs of when my husband and I go out? And that's because I have been under police advisory. Basically, some of the trolls that you see on social media, I know many of you have been attacked when you are a YouTuber, and especially if you are a pro-royal family YouTuber, they can take it to the extremes. There's been lots of threats, and there's been people that have been impersonating my husband, and some of it can get a bit dicey, especially when the police are called to your home. I only wish these people would channel their negativity into doing something positive with that much emotion and dedication. But that being said, I don't care anymore. I am not going to be intimidated by these people. So I am going back to sharing as many wonderful photographs of the things my husband and I get up to at the weekends. All of the dog walks who have been spoilt. Admittedly, it has been raining most of the time, so they have been getting regular baths, which they are not so happy about, I will be honest, especially when it's outside on the front doorstep in the cold. But hey, if they will roll in fox poo, that is the lesson that they have to learn. But they've been to the beach, we took them to Camber Sands. I got plenty of action shots here. This was Leela when she heard the treat bag being opened. And this was also, I would say, about 3 minutes before Chia decided that she didn't want to run across this entire huge beach that she practically had to herself. She wanted to go hunting rabbits in the sand dunes. So I spent the next hour stood on top of the highest peak like a meerkat, screaming for my dog's return. I love having dogs. They bring so much joy, but they can also bring so much stress. But it's so nice to be able to get out into the sunshine when it's here in between the rainstorms. So this video is going to be all about positive vibes, positive energy. Everybody's going to get a little bit of positive energy from me today, except Prince Harry, because Prince Harry, it would seem, has gone into hiding and has been rather uncategorically tight-lipped. We've had no statements from his legal team. Nobody has spoken out from Archwell on behalf of Harry to be shocked that he has been named in this court paperwork surrounding P. Diddy. I did say that Harry is not being accused of doing anything wrong, and it could be just a case that he was at some of these parties. But as it is turning out, these parties apparently are a lot more recent than when we saw this photograph back when Princes William and Harry and Kanye were all photographed together. Now, something that will make some of you laugh, and this is the sort of people that you have as Harry and Meghan's fan base. They are trying to make a positive spin on the fact that Prince Harry has been named and not Prince William. I'm not joking. They are saying that the reason why Harry has been mentioned is because Harry is more popular in America. The fact that Harry has been named shows that he is more popular amongst A-listers and celebrities. And as many people are saying, being linked to P. Diddy and this court case is not the flex that they seem to think it is. Some people are even saying, why is the media deliberately cropping out Prince William from this photograph? They use it because it quite clearly shows Prince Harry alongside P. Diddy, because they don't have any recent pictures of those two hanging out. And of course, not forgetting that Prince William has not been named in the paperwork. That is why you really cannot help some of these people. Now, let's get on to a real royal duchess, someone who doesn't need any help spreading positivity because she just brings it to every engagement that she attends, and that is the very lovely Duchess of Edinburgh. Sophie has been spreading some Easter joy, chocolates and presents at Leeds Children's Hospital last week. The Duchess looked absolutely beautiful in a floral Susanna London dress as she paid a visit to many of the children on the wards. As part of her visit, Sophie learned about the virtual reality distraction therapy demonstrated to her by one young man called Braden. The technique is used to help draw attention away from the patient's mental processing, which helps to decrease some of the pain that they consciously feel. I've had a go with a VR headset and I didn't like it. First of all, it was okay because I was in a shark tank. I was in a tank going underwater and a shark attacked me. That was pretty scary, but that was still fun. And then we had one where I was walking out on the edge of a spaceship and I fell off. And I know I was in my living room because you've set the barriers to it. I know my husband was there talking to me, but I screamed, fell to the floor and felt like I was going to vomit. But the fact that these can be used to help medical patients, I think is is revolutionary. Now, as for Sophie, she spent lots of time in the hospital meeting parents of the patients as well as the children themselves, and of course chatting away to the staff that work on the various units across the children's hospital, as well as crowds waiting outside. But my favourite photograph of the day was with one of the youngest patients on the ward, a gorgeous 4-month-old little baby girl called Grace Milligan. I think Sophie was completely taken with the little girl, and who could blame her really? Look at that gorgeous smile on both of them. So while we're speaking of babies, let's talk about a beautiful photograph that was shared by Princess Eugenie for her birthday, which was on the 23rd of March, and she turned 34. She shared this absolutely stunning photograph of her holding up her youngest son. And I just think it's really cute. I love the way that Princess Eugenie has shared her children, again, very much controlled, but with the public as well. It's helped many people to actually warm to her. Now, I know that quite a few of you are not fans of Princess Eugenie. Some people don't like her because of her parents, and I think that's terribly unfair. Other people do not trust Princess Eugenie because they feel that she was feeding information to Harry and Meghan, because she was photographed, obviously after Oprah, going out to dinner with Marcus Anderson and them, who she has been friends with for a number of years. It was actually Marcus that introduced Meghan and Harry, and of course Princess Eugenie, which we saw from the Halloween photos when they first started dating. Not only that, Eugenie was photographed having conversations with Harry at the Super Bowl. Now, obviously, I don't think paps were called for that because the world media was there. But many people have said that they feel that she was a traitor to her family. But I have always said perhaps because she was so close to Harry, perhaps she was the last port of call, someone that was actually just trying to reason with him after the attacks. She could have played middleman, trying to explain how much hurt he's caused their grandparents. It's very clear that Princess Eugenie was very close with Prince Philip and, of course, the Queen, the same as Princess Beatrice was. Now, the other reason why people do not like Princess Eugenie, I've been reading your comments, and I think some of them are fair, we're all entitled to our own opinions, but is the fact that she wasn't particularly friendly towards Catherine. Now, the photographs that I often see that are quoted saying how mean she was, yes, she's got a resting bitch face. There are a couple of photographs where she looks like she's glaring at Catherine. Maybe she was glaring at her, but there's photographs of me, I believe it or not, when I'm not smiling, I just generally have an angry resting bitch face. And I do think that maybe she was a bit snobby towards Catherine. Prince Andrew is very well known for being a snob, and it's natural that that sort of behaviour would filter down to one of his daughters. That being said, this is many years ago, and it might have been true. Maybe she didn't like Catherine. But it's clear that the women do have a relationship now. We saw a wonderful photograph of Princess Charlotte, completely enamoured with her older cousin at Princess Eugenie and Jack Brooksbank's wedding. This is not something that I feel that can just be faked for a photograph. I think that just growing up, which happens to all of us, maturity, she's been married for a long time, she's now got 2 children, it changes the dynamics. New friendships are forged, old friendships are sometimes lost when people have children, and I just think that Princess Eugenie has grown up. I also do not believe with her being a mole, as some people say, to Harry and Meghan, because after the photographs were taken, shared of them being at the restaurant. After that, the next time we saw Princess Eugenie was after the Queen's passing. She was not interacting with Harry and Meghan. We know the drama that Harry and Meghan caused over the death of the Queen, the demands, the uniform, Meghan demanding to be on a plane and to go up to Balmoral when even princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, and of course Zara, they couldn't get up there. Lots of them couldn't get up there to see their grandmother, or in some cases their mother-in-law, their own mother in time. But Harry and Meghan still made it all about them. So then you've got the coronation. Now, the coronation happened after Netflix. I do not believe for one second that the whole family wasn't disgusted and outraged because of the attacks on the Queen. From editing her speech, making her again out to be part of this racist institute, Meghan doing the curtsy that she did. There are so many things that were offensive in that Netflix where it was direct attacks on the Queen and her legacy, especially the Commonwealth. Harry and Meghan's mistreatment of the Queen is something that would have definitely greatly affected all of the family. They would all very much be angry. And of course, what with Spare, Harry didn't just betray his father or his brother, Harry betrayed all of them. The trust is gone. There's so many stories coming out that Harry and Meghan were blindsided about Princess Catherine's cancer diagnosis. Well, of course they were blindsided. How could you trust those two? They are literally foxes in the chicken coop, picking feathers out of their teeth. It's clear that even private conversations held with family members, nothing is sacred when it comes to these two. So yes, I do believe all of the stories that the trust from the royals is completely gone. I think Harry and Meghan have squandered any hope of ever being trusted ever again. And it's not just by members of the royal family either. It would also seem that the Hollywood A-list crowd are not interested in the couple either. Well, if they can sell their own families down the river for a paycheck, selling stories on celebrities obviously wouldn't even take a moment's thought for the couple. There have been a couple of big, huge celebrity events that Harry and Meghan have had in their own neighbourhood, and they have not been invited to. But it's hardly surprising they got invited to Ellen and Portia de Rossi's birthday celebration that turned into a wedding vow renewal, whose photographs got taken and sold to TMZ. Well, Harry and Meghan, despite the fact that there were other celebrities there. Then, of course, Zoe Saldana. She's known for being a private person, as is her husband, as are Cameron Diaz and her husband Benji Madden. And they all shared a flight recently, a private jet. They all grouped together and went to see the Katy Perry concert. Well, all of these A-listers that hang out together privately, they all of a sudden had paparazzi waiting for them at the airport, not just when they left, but also when they came back. They do not benefit at all from having those photographs taken, but Meghan does benefit from having her photographs taken with A-listers, as Cameron Diaz found out when she found herself being packed whilst just having some sushi with her husband. It's things like this that make celebrities, and anyone really, not trust them and not want them around in their inner circles. Plus, Harry, loose lips sink ships. We know he was running his mouth off about drugs going round at Courtney Cox's house party. These are things that people will not forget. A-listers like discretion, and as we're probably going to find out, they may not be too happy that Harry's been named either in this P. Diddy court case. As I said, he's not known for keeping his mouth closed. And if he thinks that he might be in the firing line, who knows who Harry will throw under the bus to dig himself out of it. Harry and Meghan have sold too many secrets, as I said, on their own family members. So why would celebrities trust them? They are not going to buy what they're selling. And that could be a very big problem coming Meghan's way shortly for a completely different reason. The sudden launch of her new lifestyle Instagram venture, American Riviera Orchard Montecito website, has been hit by many snags already. She's still got under 600,000 followers. She's got no products to sell. Now she's trying to employ staff as CEO to run it. Surely these are things that you would sort out before you do a launch. Not only that, the trademark is still pending. So to say the launch was premature is a bit of an understatement. But all is not lost, because Meghan has increased the number of items that she's going to sell under that very trademark. She's not just going to be selling posh jams and legume butters. No. Meghan is going all in. There was me thinking that Gwyneth Paltrow may want to watch out, but it's actually Amazon, it would seem, that she's trying to rival. Jeff Bezos, watch out. You've got someone coming for your crown. Fragrances for the home, journals and stationery, calendars and candles, yoga mats, calligraphy pens, naturally, bags, umbrellas, outdoor furniture, makeup, and even dog shampoo. You name it, Meg's got it covered. Perhaps that could be her catchphrase. Who would have honestly thought that back in 2018, this woman joined the royal family? She married a prince of the United Kingdom. She stood on the balcony alongside the British royal family and one of the greatest and longest reigning queens in history. And within just a few years, she squandered it all to become little more than the dollar store duchess. This, to me, is the perfect positive story to end it on, because how could anyone be mad at hearing a story like that? So guys, that's it for me on this video. I hope you enjoyed some of the positivity that I am trying to put back out into the universe, and I will be back with you guys very soon. Take care for now. Bye.